So child predators, like how we were just talking about with that Naster dude, like that's
Hmm.
some shit that scares me. I will use my parenting experiences throughout this podcast. So one thing I'm going through right now with my 11-year-old is she wants the freedom. She believes she should have the freedom to go to the mall with her friends by themselves, like to just be roaming freely. Um, and I'm not with it. Not at 11. Not at this age. Not and especially I would say if it's if it's like a big party, a big group, and there's like every parent is there and they're just in the food court, like just waiting maybe, and it's like I said, a huge group. I might have like you know what I mean. I might be with that, but just like you and one friend just roaming freely in the mall, like on a two-story mall at that like, no, I'm not with it. Am I tripping or am I yeah, am I tripping or am I in the right?
In the I'm born in the 90s. Like the way that's what I would do on my weekends. Like my parent, I'd be like, I'm going to the mall with my friends, and like like always, who you got a ride going there? I'll get you coming back, type thing. So
Hmm.
it wasn't unusual for me, like I said, to have a friend or two and have mom or dad drop me off at the mall, and we'd roam around there basically until it was time to go see a movie. And I can't picture letting an 11-year-old do that. Like today, like we were just getting into social media and like online stuff when I was a kid, like going into teenage, like it became bigger as I was a teenager. And it's like crazy to me that, there was nothing wrong with it because everybody did it. Like it wasn't like my parents were like, I was just out here. Like the malls used to be packed with children, like just roaming around, like you said, hanging out at the food court. Well, and I'm about to age myself here. You go to Aeropostale,
No,
you
absolutely,
do a little
absolutely,
bit of
absolutely.
shopping. I feel you. Like it's just like I don't know that people are more sick than they used to be, but they certainly have like opportunity to broadcast that sickness to multiple sick people across the fucking world at this point. I can't say that
Yeah,
you're wrong. I know that she's getting up there, she's getting grown, and like it's weird for me to be like, yeah, in sixth grade they definitely dropped me off and was like, see you later, bye. I can't picture it now. Like I can't.
yeah,
Like even like see we I saw like our little cousin, this was like a couple of years ago, and he was like out riding bikes with his friends, like totally normal kid shit. And I was like, "Oh, what's he doing over here?" But I had to be like, "You live like a street or two over from him." Like and
yeah,
he's on a
exactly.
bicycle. Like I had to be like, oh yeah, like that's the age when you like get on bikes with your friends and like go explore the bounds of your neighborhood and it like
Yeah,
so I
no,
had to like
exactly.
take a step back. Like I had to be like, oh no, like and he's with like a bunch of kids, they're on bikes and like again, like they're in plain view. Like they're out and about. Like I rode past them. Like there they are. But
Yep.
I feel you. Dropping them off and then like just trusting them to strangers basically.
Yeah,
I
I'm not with
couldn't
it. And
do
I
it.
would say that our malls were a little bit different though too. Like our malls were one level. They weren't even I can't even like even describe how big these malls are now, and especially the mall that I'm at. And there was still like a like kind of like like just like how you seen him there, like you knew he would like he lived the street over. There was still like a familiar aspect at these malls too though. So like
Exactly.
a lot of like stores or people who worked at these stores probably knew who you were or who you were connected to though. So if there were
Yeah.
something to go wrong, they can make a call real quick. Where at these malls now,
That's
like it,
that's the other thing. That's
she
the
don't know
community.
nobody
Because
out here.
exactly, I could walk around the mall for hours and I would run across somebody's mom. So you know what I mean? Like, oh, how are
So
you doing? Type thing. Yeah, for sure,
I
for
would throw
sure.
that out there. And one thing that she definitely doesn't recognize right now, though, too, which is so she wants to do it. And I'm not like she can play and hang out with whoever she wants to, but she wants to
Hmm.
go with somebody who is white. And what she does not recognize is how racial profiling goes in some of these stores. So not only do I not want child predators following her, I don't want employees following her. Like just that aspect, just even if she doesn't even pick up on it, I don't want her being in the midst of trying, like, you know what I mean, being exposed to any of that, unaware of it, you know what I mean, ignorant to it. So, like,
I
I can
had a
see somebody
friend.
walking.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead.
Oh no,
I was
I
just
had
gonna
a friend
I was just
like
gonna
who
say.
was.
Oh, I'm
Go
done. Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but like you're talking about that profile shit. Like, so we were like in high school, and she would shoplift. I would be far the fuck away from her because
Hmm.
like when she would get apprehended, maybe the two, three times that she was apprehended, they'd be like, I saw you put that in your purse. And she'd be like, oh, sorry. And she'd hang it back up. But I would get to, because it's different energy. We had a white girl here and they were, so they would just talk to her like as a teenager, like, you put that in your bag. And then she would whip it, like whip out whatever and pay for it, whatever. Cause that was part of, it's probably the high of stealing. But I would tell her all the time, I'm like, swear to God, if you get caught shoplifting, I'm fucking leaving you. Like, I'm afraid to shoplift, just not because it's illegal, like, but because like I know the repercussions for me might look a lot different than for you, you know?
I'm if anybody's watching my expressions as you're talking, it's because I'm mind blown because that's exactly what I was about to say. So the friend that she wants to go with is a klepto. Like this is what she does, and her parents don't know this. Like she goes and steals things like expensive perfumes or expensive type stuff. So that's another aspect of what I don't want to happen is like just like how you said, somebody following her while the other friend is out there stealing, and either the friend gets away and they just follow her like that whole scheme, or if somebody gets caught and then they try to, you know what I mean, the blame gets deferred on her. I'm not with none of that shit either. And that's crazy that you
Yeah.
just your experience was the exact same thing I was about to say about my child
I
situation as well.
yeah, we it was known. Like we would see her do it and she would tell and then she would show her loot. Like by the time we were like in the car leaving, like I said, this was high school, so we were driving ourselves at that point. But like again, I would just like I'm not fucking around with that. I'm not getting arrested. Like for one, shout out to my dad. I never went to the mall with nothing in my pocket. There was never any
Yeah.
reason. There was nothing I
Oh
ever
no.
wanted that exceeded whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like that what I had. Like if I wanted
Yep.
a cute top, I didn't have to do maneuvers and machinations in my brain to be like, how do I get it? Like I just take it to the
Yeah,
register.
yeah.
I was fortunate, and people, and I'm not even. I probably shouldn't say that. I don't even look down to shoplifting as a whole. People struggle. People are out
Yeah.
here just trying to get by. But like you said, you got like a little klepto, and I think that she told me that, or Serena
Yeah.
did.
Oh, did she?
Like,
This is what she does. Like, yeah, like it's crazy. Like the things that I've heard her steal, it's always some type of like really expensive type of merchandise where they're gonna want that back, or you know what I mean. Normally, like charges normally, or they coincide with like the price of something. There, so you know what I mean. Like it'll be up there where they can definitely sit down or have to do something. Where I'm not
and
with none of
kid,
that.
and she's a minor, so like it's not going to be like if an adult gets caught. I get that, but kids don't understand that certain price points put you in different territories. Like
Yeah,
you still
exactly.
in like a $2 lip gloss versus like a very expensive designer perfume
Yep.
is different.
Yep.
Like they're going to treat
For
that
sure.
different. Like I said, the little 99 cents, like I'm sure those get lifted all the time. But
Yeah.
no, no. Like, and she's not equipped to deal with that. Like I was a whole in my 20s before like I would get profiled and be like, I'm good. I don't need any help, but thanks for like keeping tabs on me and like watching
Yeah.
people get like
Yeah.
embarrassed and shit. Like, cause that's happened
I
to
was
me a
just
time or
yeah, they
two.
try to play that shit off or something like that. Yeah.
Like I'm cool. Just so you know, I'm cool. Like you don't need to follow me over here. Like, like oh okay. But
Yeah, man.
so like the nuances of that, how race plays into it, I feel you. Not with the
Yeah, I'm not with none of
shoplifting
that shit.
girl.
Maybe when she's
And it's
about
one thing,
16 or something like that. Go ahead.
but it's just funny, like to watch them be like little, like baby. Like we went to Barnes and Noble, and I'm sitting there in the kids section with them, and I see like the nonfiction books, my history nerd shit, and I'm like, I'm gonna go over here. They're like, okay. I'm like, yeah, I guess it is okay.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, they can definitely. Yeah, that's a little. Yeah,
Like, yeah, and
they
even
know.
then, I would go over there and I get lost in the cover and be like, "Oh wait, where'd they go?" Just to make sure that they were still in that same spot. But it's different to drop him
Yeah,
off in this day and age and put up the deuces. Like,
I'm
hell to
not
the
with it.
no.
Thanks for watching the YouTube page. For more exclusive content, like and subscribe. And if we said something wrong or if there's anything you want us to bring up, leave a comment right down there.